SnapToCover.com. We always snap to cover.
Hey guys, Tobin here from SnapToCover.com, bringing you the first of our videos on Arma 3. If you don't know what Arma 3 is, it's a military simulator video game. So first person, third person, unlike other games like Call of Duty or Battlefield, they really try to make it as real as possible as you can make it. We've got really large maps. It's probably one of the bigger selling points. Battlefield 3 boasts that it has really large maps, but you could fit like 100 Battlefield maps in this game. I'll show you that real quick. So they actually have the editor. It's got a really big modding community. I've been playing around with that a lot from a coding side, but you can actually click on this editor link here. It lets you select what map you want to play on. It comes with two by default. It's got Stratus, which is a small map, and then it's got Altus, which is 270 square kilometers. So it's really, really large. And it's got all kinds of different areas on it. You can see in the middle of the screen, it's got the airfield. It's got salt marshes on the right side. These are massive. It would take you a good couple hours to walk across the map. But this is the editor. So it's got, you can see the entire map here, kind of like a Google Maps style. You can mouse wheel in, mouse wheel down to look at the different cities. Just to show you the scale of this, let's go. So this is the city of Paros. And in the editor, you can basically create whatever you want. So in the basics of the game, you're basically just, you have your individual unit. You can put a group of units. This is, what is this for? Triggers. So you can basically make things happen, like have a car explode when you get into a certain trigger area. This is a waypoint, which is what you can use to make the AI actually walk around. So if you wanted to set up a patrol around the city, you could use that. This is to link things together, so if you wanted only when a certain person enters a trigger to activate, you could do it that way. These are markers, so if you want to say this is the objective, you could click here, give it a name. This is a name for the variable called object1. You could say this is your objective, give it an objective marker, change the color. You can even set if it's an area, so we could say it's an eclipse, and let's say it's 20 meters wide. Hit OK, and now it says that this right here is your objective. So simple stuff. Then they've got complex things like called modules, which you can get into later, but the very basics of the game is you can pick this, which will place a single unit down. You have to have a player on the map in order to run it. So you can say I want to be a Blue Force soldier, so someone from NATO. They've also got different factions, so you can be a FIA, which are like rebels, a la FCC for those of you that play Mercs. You can pick what class you want to be, so I can put myself down as a marksman. You can select myself as player. You can make it non-playable or playable, which means if you play on multiplayer servers that you'll actually be able to select this. You can make a mission, put it on your own server, and other people that come online will be able to actually play it. They'll download it onto their computer when they join your server and be able to play whatever you create. So it's pretty cool in that aspect. I really like it. I've gotten a lot of fun out of this in the last few months. You can select your rank. Doesn't really matter too much, except for when you're running groups. It'll try to link you to be, if you're a colonel, everyone underneath you will be following you. It helps a lot with AI as well. It changes their skill level based off of what rank they are. So I'll just put myself down as a private for now. Info age, I'm not exactly sure what that is. This basically changes the direction of where you'll be facing. So if I wanted to face left, I could drag that over there. Elevation is how many meters off the ground you want to be, so I'll put it 0, so I start on the ground. This really affects your skill going. You can be really bad AI. I'm going to be playing as a character, so it's going to be horrible anyways. You can set how injured they are at the start. If it's a car, you can set how much fuel they have, ammunitions, probability of presence. So just as a simple mission, we'll start off with this, and then we can just hit preview and show you what the game looks like. Let this load up. You can do an absolutely amazing. I don't know if any of you ever heard of DayZ, but the previous version of this, Arma 2, is what DayZ was actually built off of, and now they're using the Arma 3 engine, I believe, to make the new DayZ standalone. As you can see, this is a massive map. I mean, you can go into all these houses, check them out. If you hit the enter key on your number pad, you can go into third person view and look around a little bit. It's got leaning in to the left and the right using your Q and E keys. You can hit X to crouch or Z to go prone, and then if you hold Control and hit W, you can actually move up incrementally. So if you were in cover over here next to the wall, you can hide behind the window if someone's shooting at you, and then when you want to pop up and shoot, you can pop up. And then you can control left and right to step out in either direction. So you have a lot of control over how your guy moves in the game. Make sure he doesn't get his head blown off. So you can pop up, take a couple shots, pop back down. Let's look at it from a first-person perspective. You've also got your sights. So this guy has two sights right now. He's got his red dot right now for if you're doing a close quarter combat, and if you want to go to something a little long ranger, just hold right click or hold Control and right click, and that'll switch sights to your longer range sights. You can also hit the F key. That'll change your rate of fire. So we can put it on fully auto right now. Move around through the building. Let's get back up to a standing position. So you can see this map is already big right now. I mean, that's the size of me right there on the street. And that's the world. So that kind of shows you the scale. Let's board out of this. And let's give myself a car. So I can go in here, I can go to empty, and this basically gives you all your regular assets. So I can do air, there's helicopters, you can go in, all kinds of different helicopters and planes. What we want is just a regular car, so we'll go to cars, and then all the cars that are in the game are there. So let's go to off-road civilian, and that should put a truck down. And then to make it fun, let's do something simple. We'll do let's say there's a squad of guys over here. Let's put a small recon team. Oh, I don't want a full recon team. Recon sentries. Oops, those are the wrong guys. So those are blue 4, so those are team members. We can actually go to op 4 and do a recon sentry right here. So that's as easy as it is to put bad guys in the game. You just click unit, click the type of unit you want. You'll get used to how many are there and what they are. You can look at all the classes as it goes in. And this game is brutal as far as difficulty goes. If someone sees you, they'll basically, you better have cover. So I like that kind of aspect. Even in Mercs, I like the fact that if you stand out in the open, you're going to die, and it's definitely true here. So let me explain what I'm doing here. So I click the little footprint icon over here. I click on the leader of this group, and then I click the ground. And what I'm going to do is select, where is it? Not seek and destroy. Is there one called, yeah, there it is, guard. So I'm basically telling him to guard this location. So if he finds me, they'll actually hunt me down and try to kill me. But they're trying to protect this area. So that'll be good. And last but not least, I can do something like, let's put an objective down, or a trigger. So we can say activation, op4, not present, and we can say the type is ending 1, and we can say you win. So basically the way triggers work is it activates when op4 is not present. If we had done blue 4 not present, we could have done a win condition there, and then type end 1 just means that basically I win. So that's about all it is. We can set the radius to be 50, so let's expand that a little bit. So this is a really quick introduction to mission building. You can definitely get a lot more complex, and I've got some missions actually coming up that are very complex for a group that I play with online. So let's do this. Basic objective right here is I gotta take this car, drive it down to Rotopoli, and go try and kill these two guys. We'll see if I can do it or if I'll get slaughtered in the meantime. So let's do a preview. This will recompile everything I put inside the mission. If you look over here, I've got my truck. Make sure I'm going the right way. Alright, so I need to go down the road, follow it till I get to the houses, and then get out of the truck and take it on foot. Otherwise they will chew me up. This will give you a good scale of what the map is like as far as size and stuff goes. You can also hold Alt, and that will allow you to look around left and right. They're coming out with Oculus Rift, which I actually got to try out at PAX East this year, and it's going to be a VR headset. I think it just got bought by Facebook for $2 billion. So I'm really looking forward to trying that out with this, because the level of immersion you get in the Oculus Rift is just breathtaking. So being able to even just drive around the countryside with this on and be able to look left and right with your head instead of having to hold keys to do that would be pretty sweet. We're making our way over. Also in this, you can actually change the time of day too. I'll show you that when we exit out of this. You can change the weather, change the time of day. Nighttime looks really good in this. All the street lights come on. It's a really sophisticated game. Takes a lot of computer hardware to play, but I'd say it's well worth it. The amount of content you get. I mean, most games you get 5 hours of a single-player story campaign, and then you get the same mission over and over again. You maybe get your 5 maps, if it's Call of Duty or Battlefield. Maybe some expansions you have to pay for, but with this, hey, you want to go do an assassination mission? Go ahead and do it. So if you're a hobbyist, it really feeds that niche in a virtual place. So let's this is looking like a good spot to infiltrate from. So let's get out. Mouse wheel up to change that action. And we'll get into this. See if I can kill these guys or not. I know there's somewhere over here because I made the mission. You can also make this dynamic. And there's a so you can put people down and set the probability of presence on them, and it will sometimes they'll spawn, sometimes they won't. So it keeps it nice and random if you want to mix it up. So every time you play, they're not in the same spot. You just go over and kill them in that same spot. But for a nice little demo purpose here, we'll just do this. See if I can get to this house without getting shot. Whew, made it. A lot of people like to play in third person just because I guess they can see their guy and the way he's moving and stances and everything. It looks pretty cool, but I'm still a believer in the old way, going first person. I'm not being very cautious, checking corners and stuff like that, just because I kind of know what's going to happen, but. Can also tell guys to be stealthy and all that. Playing this game online with a group of people, though, is really where it's at. I think servers can hold up to about 74 people at any given time. And that's more of a hardware thing. The game can handle up to, I think, maybe like 4,000 AI. So it should be able to hold a lot of people, but usually people don't have the RAM on their computer to actually handle that, or the processing power. This game's very processor heavy. I would love a soda right now. Alright, let's see this. I don't remember which corner I put the guys on. I want to say it was somewhere. Yeah, it was over there. So I'm still a little ways away. They could be moving though, because I did put them on guard. They should just stay in that area, but if I get detected, then they'll come after me. They'll actually hunt me down. There they are. Got him. Oh shit. He's still up. Oh, I got hit. Taking damage. Don't die. I got you. I got you. Mission accomplished! Woo! So, yeah, that's a quick little introduction to Arma. Just wanted to give you guys a introduction to what the game is. We'll be doing some coverage of this because right now it's my favorite computer game right now. So we'll be doing some more multiplayer games. So we'll be playing with some of my friends online and some of the communities that I'm in online for this game. So look forward to more of this. If you're interested or if you want to play, definitely hit me up and we'll definitely get a game going. So until next time, always snap to cover.
SnapToCover.com. We always snap to cover.